Oh crap. Hello everybody. It's me, Blue Emerald, your favorite YouTuber. So I wanted to make a video on presidents, but the thing about that is, no one cares about a 14-year-old's opinion. This is a video about the top 5 most hated US presidents. And how do I not have my opinion in this, you may be asking? So, let me go get it. 1 second. This is a document that has, like... Oh no, I've broken everything. So that piece of paper was a document that has, like, 22 presidents. I don't want to count them all. It has something around 22 presidents. Tallied by points, and you want to know how the point system works. Basically, I watched over a dozen YouTube videos and read 20 articles on the top 10 worst US presidents, and every time a president was on it, they'd get 1 point, and every time they were in the top 3, they'd get 2. This took me like 3 days. This one piece of paper took me 3 days. So basically, I will go over how many points they have, and the reoccurring issues that they had as president that I keep hearing about. So, coming in at number 5 with 9 points is the 43rd President of the United States of America, George W. Bush. The reoccurring issues that people kept saying he didn't do a good job of was how he responded to 9/11. Not very well. He started a war that killed nearly 1 million people. The Patriot Act, which is meant to stop terrorism, but now the government knows exactly what you're doing all of the time ever. At least that's what I got from all those videos. And also when I looked it up and only went on the first page of Google. A lot of research, guys. And his underwhelming response to Hurricane Katrina, which basically eliminated half of Louisiana. So yeah, I'm sure if he didn't have that many friggin' disasters that happened during his presidency, he would have been, like, decent. He would have had, like, 1 or 2 points, but he has 9. And coming in at number 4 is the 29th President of the United States of America, Warren Harding, with just 1 more point than George. The reasons that kept getting brought up for why he was a terrible president was, I feel like I'm not tall enough for this, is 1, the Teapot Dome scandal, which is just bribery in the White House. He had parties in the White House. He drank alcohol at the height of prohibition. Shut up, male. At the height of prohibition. The Emergency Quota Act, which basically restricted immigrants. And overall, he was just a pretty face, and he was not qualified to be a president. Coming in at number 3, he's the 17th president of the United States of America. Andrew. But not the Andrew you're thinking of. It's Andrew Johnson. You might have been thinking of Andrew Johnson. Andrew Johnson was the person that took over after Abe Lincoln Dundee died. 1 second. I'll be right back, gamers. Hey. Yeah, Abe Lincoln died. He was selfish. He fought the Civil Rights Act as well as the 14th and 15th Amendment. He had the most presidential vetoes of his time, and he was almost impeached. So basically, he was just a white supremacist racist who was selfish and didn't care about the greater good of the country. He had 12 points, by the way. Now, number 2 is the one that I just... He probably was in the most videos. The 14th President of the United States of America, coming in at 15 points, is Franklin Pierce. Reasons for why people didn't like this guy was because he appealed the Missouri Compromise, which was basically, well, you get Missouri, we get Maine, which made no one happy, because it was a compromise. Every time someone tries to do a compromise, it just ends up with worse. He was the only president to support secession after his presidency. He's like, we don't want you here, leave! He appealed the Kansas-Nebraska Act, which led to Bleeding Kansas, which led a few people dead, but it's okay. He wanted to annex Cuba as a slave state, and was fine with going to war with Spain if they didn't give him Cuba. Overall, he tried to make things right and just failed. So hard. Just a big old flop. Before number 1, I want some honorable mentions. Number 7 was Millard Fillmore with 7 points. And Herbert Hoover, which is the 31st president, with 8 points. So 5th place was very hard to get. So good job, George. I think it's time I tell you about the worst most hated U.S. president. With 18 points, the 15th president of the United States of America, James Buchanan. The one right before Abe Lincoln that basically started the Civil War. They actually did call it the Buchanan War before it got, like, real serious. Reasons for him being one of the most hated presidents. He hated abolitionists. Just the Dred Scott ruling in general. The Panic of 1857, which was just it's like the thing, it was the thing before the Great Depression. The Utah War, it's pretty obvious as to what that is. Bleeding Kansas, and for the rest of his time, he did absolutely nothing, and then didn't even run for president the next time. Basically, he started the Civil War and did nothing else. So, kind of a dum-dum. So yeah, that's how I got away with making a video about presidents without putting my opinion in it. This video is not sponsored by Oreos. Don't. Next week I'm hoping to make a new video too. I will end this because I never know how to end YouTube videos. If I don't get 1 subscriber after this video, I'll be a little bit sad.